The body is always rebuilding itself. How are we rebuilding? The structure of the Haleth and the Neshama needs a balanced structure. The nutrition field, the medical field should be a team together. I've traveled many, many places to bridge the gap between medicine and nutrition.
When people have a challenge, it's usually not a challenge in one specific area. Going into a medical doctor and getting a pill for cholesterol, why is the person's blood pressure high? It has to do with their lifestyle. It has to do with their psychology. It has to do with behaviors they do.
To me, a pharmaceutical is a Band-Aid, but you need Band-Aids. But let's try at the same time and get to the root of the problem.
And that's the beauty of what you always brought to the table for years. If nutrition's good and psychology is good and attitude's good, chances are we can really hold back on many, many of these things of manifesting.
I would just like to read something from Mass General, which is part of Harvard, quoting, Mediterranean diet might lower Alzheimer's risk by more than 50%. Even those who follow the diet less faithfully have about a 35% reduced risk of Alzheimer's.
Longitudinal study that was done at Harvard to find out why people live long and don't have pain and are healthy turned out all have to do with relationships.
You look at the biological issues. You want to make a Binyan Shaleim. Binyan Shaleim is to take talents of a lot of different people in order to bring to the community a derech eshtadlus, the recipe for real health and wellness.
I was drawn to nutrition because I was fascinated with the nutritional science of nutrition and how it is used in preventing, treating, and managing diseases.
Our lifestyle is very, very unique and different. You know, a Shabbos meal has a couple of different proteins, which doesn't exactly work with many diets, yet there are people in our community that have achieved optimal health.
The more I get into nutrition and the more I practice it, I start to see that the medical side and the behavioral side and the psychological side are also important.
Exercise has been shown over and over again in the medical literature as one of the most successful ways of reducing depression.
Throughout my life and throughout my experience, I always felt that the approach to health should be holistic and integrative. It's not just exercise, it's nutrition, it's overall lifestyle. So everything is very much in line with what Mr. Gruber is creating over here.
What I really feel needs to be addressed in the whole Yiddish community is mental health, because a lot of these medications are causing metabolic problems. So you need a team.
I've worked with over 1,000 people one-to-one in the last 10 years. Almost anything could be changed within the mind, even more when it comes to health.
Seeing the gamut of mental health issues, having them treated in a facility which manages the whole person is the most ideal way to treat psychiatric problems, which I see mostly as symptoms of something else.
Everybody that you brought in, they're all professionals that have evidence-based techniques, and they bring it now to people based upon your genes, based upon your blood work, based upon your diet. These are actionable changes to make a real sense of hishtadlus in your life.
Having providers within the same culture as the population is extremely important.
It gives them the opportunity to have professionals who are sensitive to their diets, their from lifestyles, to their hashkafa and their values.
From the medical people, together with the nutritional people, together with social workers, with exercise, together we can work and build a Binyan Shaleim.